we're ready to get started. I am going to be turning my camera off just because I am looking at different monitors, but towards the end, when we have some questions, I can turn my camera on again. Let me go ahead. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Just give me 1 second. Awesome. So today is transforming your patient onboarding within Healthie. Just before we get started, I wanted to take a minute to mention Healthie's new affiliate program. You can earn $150 for each customer that sign up for the Essential Plus or Grow plan. If you have any questions, we're going to be dropping on the chat right now. I can do it. Maybe I think Avanti is doing it as well. I just dropped the link in there. You can sign up directly with the partner stack. As soon as you sign up, you'll receive a link right away in order to share with family, friends, colleagues, and you'll be paid a month after your referral makes their first payment into Healthie. If you have any questions, you can reach out right there to partnership@gethealthy.com. Our team is always happy to support you, but this is something pretty new. We just started. I think it was like last week that we just launched it. So definitely feel free to check it out and let us know if you have any questions. Our agenda for today, we're going to be talking about customizing your patient onboarding, how to engage with clients, the best practice in patient management. I know that you're here, and like I mentioned a little bit in the beginning, some of you are maybe already using Healthie for a very long time, right? Or maybe some of you are just getting started. But when you're working with your patients, at least at Healthie here, we think that it's very important for you to have a good experience for your patients when they're first onboarding. And you can also have a great system to track and engage with your patients when you're providing the care. By customizing the patient onboarding, you are able to personalize the welcome email, go over the platform features, ensure like a smooth transition to your patients. So if right now you are using a different EHR system, or if you're just handling your patient and your clients in a different software, it is often nice and easier to just mention to your patients that you're going to be transitioning, that it's going to be a change, and just giving them a little bit of like heads up before you completely change it to a whole new software so you don't catch your clients and patients by surprise. When you're doing when you're setting it up, everything, it is best to set it up the platform in a way that you can streamline the documentations. You can have forms pre-filled in the patient profile. You can have data be copied from intake flow into charting. I'm going to be going all of this today. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth a little bit between my platform and a few screenshots that I have as well. So I just want to go over also the empowering patients. And when you're going over with your patients, you want to tell them how easy it is for them to use a Healthie. Today, I'm going to be showing as well, if you see here, this little email on the top of my screen that says Violet Healthie Test. This is just like an email I created today. So you can see the patient side. We always recommend you to test the platform and pretend to be a patient. But in today's class, we're going to be going over as well everything that the patient sees and receive on their end. But I do suggest you get familiar with the behaviors of the platform. So when you start working with your clients, you can tell them how easy and accessible everything is to access their health information, their appointments, secure messaging. You can do all of this through the mobile app or on the web browser as well. And as we're getting started here, pretty much the goal of Healthie, we want you to spend less time on paperwork and more time with your patients. We know that time is crucial, and sometimes paperwork can get ahead of you, and we wanted to make this easy. When you're first onboarding your patient, you can customize the welcome email. I'm going to be showing you how to do that as well. And you can also add handouts or videos to your client paperwork. It doesn't have to be boring. You can make the paperwork fun for your clients to fill it out. The way that you're giving the data for your clients to digest it, you can make it in a nice, easy, flowy way so it's not cumbersome for them to complete it and get those things done. Also, verbally talking to your clients about the onboarding experience in Healthy. Maybe on the first session, you tell them, hey, you can chat me by going to the left side on your screen, or you can check your documents. You are able to track your metrics, whatever that may be. Tell your clients, tell them what they can do when they're first coming into the Healthy. With your intake flows, some of you already might be familiar, but there's a way that you can collect information and be auto-populated into the platform, into the patient's profile. So I'm going to be going over that as well. Awesome. Now I'm going to be going over here to our Healthy platform. I am on the packages page. Let's go right here first. When you're introducing Healthy to your patients, and I think I'm going to go back and forth between clients and patients. Sometimes I say clients, sometimes I say patients, so just bear with me. Right here on the platform, we normally refer to clients. Here we have the clients tab. What I wanted to talk about it right now is the different ways that a patient can become a patient or a client can become a client. I believe there's like 4 different ways that you can bring them in, and I just want to highlight all of them. Right here, you can manually add in a client by clicking on this button on the right side. You can manually add in a client in. So if you have someone on the front desk, or if you're just adding one client manually at a time, you can definitely do so here. When you're going through these steps, here is going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. But this email right here on the bottom that it says send client invite email or do not send them a client invite email. This email, you can customize it. You can make it unique to you to really explain to the clients what's going to be happening when they join the Healthy platform. So right here, if you wanted to manually add in a client and you just add in the name, last name, phone number, email, choosing the provider. Here is because I'm a part of like a multiple provider, like in a group plan. But if you are a solo provider, then only your name will be auto-populated here. This is one way their client can become a client. Another way is by sharing the client invite link. With the client invite link, you are able to choose also the client group, the provider, if you have multiple providers, and then just share this client link. With this client link, when you open it, all you'll see is name, last name, phone number, and email. And that way clients can easily sign up and right away have access to your platform. They'll be added to the client's list, and that will trigger them the intake flow. Another way that a client can become a client is that if you're sharing your calendar link, right here you have your calendar quick share that you can share on your website, on email journeys. You can also go to more on the top right corner, share and embed, and share your calendar this way as well. I know that some steps that I'm going to be going over today, it might be moving a little bit faster, but this class is more a complementary on top of our other live classes that we offer. Maybe Chrissy or Avanti, if you can drop a link for our other live classes.
Yes.
We have live classes on calendar, intake, programs, packages. So today, if I am moving a little bit fast, like right now, for example, on sharing your calendar, is because we have a class specific for this topic. So if you are sharing and embedding your calendar anywhere outside of Healthy, anytime someone books the appointment, if it is like a new client, right? It's like a new email, they'll be prompted to create, like they're creating an account, they're being added to your client's list. Another way that client can become a client is right here through the client's package. You can also share and embed your client's package to your website or with a sharing link, like a CTA button on your website, for example, CTA like call to action. And you can have this link where clients can purchase the package and they will be prompted to complete intake flow and they're also added into your client's list. So I just went over 4 different ways that a client can become a client. through either sign-up channel, once your patients email to the platform, they'll receive an email right away prompting them to accept the invitation and set up their account. And that's what I want to show you right now. I'm going to go over here to my Gmail and I want to show you what the clients see on their end. So this is, you see like a few different emails. I did this yesterday just to make it easier for me today. And I can show you some of the examples of what your clients might be receiving. Right here, for example, this is my client invite email. I have a little blur here saying that I use the Healthie online portal. It is easy and secure way to work together. So I'm telling my client exactly what this is, right? So it's not just like a random email that they're receiving and they're like, oh, I don't know if should like I click here or not. So, or even giving your client some type of like heads up that, hey, I'm gonna add you to the Healthie platform and you're gonna receive an invite. Once the client clicks here, accept invite, right away, they're going to be brought to the Healthie page to log in and create a password. Once they do that, they're also going to be prompted to receive some intake flow. Right here, you see that I schedule an appointment with my client. You can see the appointment confirmation session. This is what it looks like. You have been scheduled for initial consultation with Barnum Nutrition. Right here, it looks like I have the settings on my account to confirm the appointment. So that's why you see this button in here to confirm it. If you don't have this enabled, you wouldn't see this confirmation required. This next email right here is one for the package. So if you share and embedded your package for your client to purchase, and if they purchase a package, this is what the link will look like. It would say package confirm, and here when you click it, it will bring you to the page for the client profile. And the last one in here, it is the me requesting my client to complete some forms. It just say Barnaby Nutrition has requested you fill it out a form. When I go in here, I would have a list of all the forms that I requested my patient to receive it. I'm gonna go here really quick because I want to show you something. I'm coming to this Violet Jones, which is this client that we're looking at right now, my test client. And if I go to the documents that my client received it, this is where I can look at it. View client forms. And this was all part of my intake flow, right? So far, I have done nothing, right? Like the only thing that I did was maybe adding my client into the platform, but all of these forms, the system automatically trigger for me. I didn't have to manually send them in to the patient. And anytime the system automatically trigger a form, if it gets completed and you want to be notified that your client completed, you can definitely set it up those things under your gear symbol and notifications. When your clients are in the platform, you can engage them through various different ways. One way that I wanted to mention today, it is our chat feature right here. So with our chat feature, you can see here, we have a chat with Violet Jones. I have 3 different ones because I created multiple different tasks. So if you see the email, it would be a little bit different. But this is one way to start engaging with your clients right away, right from the beginning. You can mention them how the client portal, it is easy and secure way to exchange messages, exchange documents, and also keep track of your appointments, metrics, and things like that on the platform. Let me take a step back so we can talk about your patient onboarding a little bit more as you're getting started with those emails journey that you're creating and sending to your clients from the platform. When you're first coming in, you saw that they're receiving the welcome email. And that welcome email, let me show you where we can find it. Gear symbol, top right corner, you can go to settings. And right here under features, you can see email templates. Under email templates, there are various different emails that you can customize it and share with your clients. And right here, this client invite, this one, it's only being sent when you're manually adding a client in. So remember on this little button right here, add a client, and you say, yes, send the client invite. That's one way to send the client invite. Or if you were like brand new to the Healthie platform and you're coming from like a different EHR system and you have like some data import that you might need, some patient data import that you might need to do into Healthie, our team can definitely support you with that as well. And if you're doing any patient data import, you can also ask our team to send the client invite email. So that's like another option for them to receive this email. Whatever you write in here, it's customizable. So you have like, remember the subject line. I think this one, it had said, Barnum Nutrition has invited you to work together on Healthie. If I go back here to this page, I can see that the subject line says provider name has invited you to work together Healthie. So this is also customizable. If you want to change it to something else, you can, like instructions to your patient portal, or you can customize it. You can write whatever you like in here for your clients to receive it. Other ways that you can customize it, your emails in here, you see your appointment confirmation. I don't have to save it, but appointment confirmation. If your clients are booking an appointment for the first time when they're first coming to work with you, maybe it's a discovery call. Maybe what you want to add some customizations to the appointment confirmed email, right? So mine, let's see what it looked like. It said you have been scheduled for initial consultation, and there was not much to it, but I know that it is like an appointment from something I got scheduled with. If you want to customize the body of the message, you can definitely add more contents is in here in this box as well. And you can also customize it depending on your appointment type. So if you click on this little drop down in here, especially for maybe your discovery call. If you offer a discovery call, maybe you can add a little bit more specific details of what's going to be happening so your patients know what to expect when they join the Healthie platform. For the customize the email, we do have, I'm going to have to like look for it because I'm not sure where this document is, but one of our help documents online, maybe Avanti, you might be able to find it. It is the patient onboarding, and we have like an example of an email that you can have it there to share with your clients. But of course, you can customize it to write anything that makes most sense for you. When the patients are prompted to click on your unique link, they'll be creating a password and to log in into their platform. I want to just stop sharing my screen for 1 second. I wanted to show you the patient side really quick. Just give me 1 second. I just really quick too, I see a lot of questions coming in on the webinar chat. If everyone could maybe move those to the open Q&A, like I said, it is a little bit easier for our team to follow up with them, but that will be awesome. Thank you. Okay, so right here, you see that I am logged in into my client portal. You see I am in incognito mode just because when you, the provider, if you want to test these flows, I 100% recommend you to test it and create test patients. But when you're creating, Healthie doesn't let you be logged in into a provider account and a patient account at the same time. So my suggestion normally is open an incognito mode so you can have both open at the same time, or you can have a different browser. So if you have like Chrome and Safari, you can open a profile in each one of the browsers, just so you can really experience and see how it looks like on the patient side. So this is Violet. Violet is my new client. She completed her paperwork. She has her initial appointment coming up. And this is everything that I let her track. I let her have chats with me. I let her track her food, her metrics, her activity. All of this is customizable. I let her have access to billing and packages. On this tab is just because I already clicked it on creating the password. I realized that. But on this page, when clients first come to the Healthie page, they will see a little window that says, like right here in the middle, that says download mobile app, message provider, or buy a package. It just like it gives the client a few different options when they first log in into the Healthie page. So for example, downloading the Healthie app, it's something that you can also let your clients know, right? Because when patients are able to download the app, they can utilize right away their app and start completing those paperwork, just because sometimes it's easier. It's like right on their fingertips and they can complete those paperworks. Right here, if I come to forms, I can see all the forms that I have completed. And this is what I want to talk a little bit about it right now. When you're completing forms, when you're setting them up in the platform, of course, you may know that on the Healthie page, we have forms already created for you, but you can also create your own forms. So right here, I'm going to open this one really quick. Let me just view. So this is a form that Violet completed under Barnum Nutritions. She completed this form, and some of these forms here, we have something called Smart Fields. Smart Fields pretty much means that if the patient writes an information, it's going to automatically auto-populate somewhere in the patient profile page, such as allergy. It's something important, right? Like if the client puts this information into their intake flow, you probably want to see it that they are allergic to penicillin and it's active and it's a serious allergy, right? You want to see that right away. And also maybe their height or their weight or their gender, whatever that may be, we have the smart fields in the platform that lets you quickly find this data later on. One thing that I wanted to show you here as well is when I created this form for Violet to complete, I had this box right here that says her go-to breakfast. For me, the provider, when I talk to my patient on the first initial consultation, I want this to show on my charting page as well, instead of having to hunt down this under the patient forms that they have been completed. So I do want to just really mention that when you're creating, let me see, let me go back to my provider page right now. Awesome. So this is my provider page. When I'm creating those forms in the system, right, you can go to forms, intake flows. When you have those lists of forms or intake flow in the system, just making sure that when you're creating them, let me see if I can just open one really quick. I'm going to go to forms. When you're creating them, definitely take some of our other live classes. The intake and charting class, we go over a lot of this, so that's why I won't have like tons of time to go over it today. But we really recommend you creating the paperwork that's going to be making easier for you later on, right? Like, yeah, right now, if you're maybe just getting started and you have one client, it might be easy to hunt down the information and look for it. But our goal for you as you're using and leveraging Healthie is for you to grow. And we don't want you to be spending tons of time doing your paperwork. We want to make this easy for you. So right from the beginning, my recommendation is spend time on your paperwork. Make it as perfect as you can to make it easier for you later on, maybe a month from now, maybe 3 months from now. You don't know how fast you may grow, right? So by leveraging our smart fields, you can definitely make things easier for you to transfer data from one place to the other. When I mentioned about optimizing the flow, and I think it was right here that I asked Violet to complete her go-to breakfast, and I mentioned, hey, I want this data to also show on my charting page. And you're like, how can you do that? We can definitely do that. So right here, you see this copy fields. I know I am moving faster, but like I said, we have many other live classes that we teach this. I just want to show you everything that you can do to make your patient onboarding easy. And hopefully this class will be helpful for you. So right here, we have this intake flow that Violet completed. I can see that these are always smart fields that I used it. Smart fields, I know that it's gonna show right here. Let me show you for a second. Right here, some basic information. Those smart fields automatically auto-populated for me. So far, like I haven't typed anything on this patient, right? The system is doing everything for me. And even if I go to actions here, and maybe I would take a look at allergies, family history. I don't have anything here under family history, but I see the allergy that Violet put it in when she first completed her intake flow, when she received her forms automatically when the system sent it to her. So I can easily see this here, but I could also see it on a charting note. And that's what I want to mention right now. You are able to have different forms, different chart notes, and you can make things easier for you. So let's say you're having a discovery call and you want to have chart no specifically for those clients. You can do that. Maybe you want to do your initial consultation charting form or a follow-up session. Whatever that may be, you can customize forms that your patient fill out, use smart fields, so then it connects to your charting templates. You can also use the copy fields and you can copy data from one form to the other, and it's going to auto-populate it for you. So right here, this is the two examples that I made it to show you on this class today. We have the patient onboarding. This one is the form that Violet completed. And then this one is my charting note. I know it's a charting template because it has this little squiggly line. So this is the new patient onboarding. So this will be the chart note that I open to use with my clients. I'm going to click in here and show you really quick. This is the chart note I created. So I want to look at like the patient's name, date of birth, a few other information. And remember how Violet completed, I forget exactly her answers, but I copy that box into my charting template. So when I open, hopefully it's going to work in the class live for everyone, but the action should be when I open my chart template, all this data here should be autofill. So right here, I say her go to breakfast and so on. So by using the copy field, we have the copy field here under the question banks. By using the copy field, I want to make things easier for me on the first initial consultation with Violet. Again, if you have any questions on creating these templates, definitely join the live classes. I'm actually the one that teaches the class on Mondays or Tuesdays. I'm not sure now. I think it might be Tuesdays. Definitely join the class. I'm happy to help you create a perfect form for you and your clients. So right now, I want to show you if I was going to go chart on my client. Let's go to Violet really quick. I'm coming to charting. I'm creating a new chart note. I want to use this one, the new patient charting note, create. Perfect. It worked. I see everything. I see everything that Violet filled out in her intake paperwork. And this is what I want to mention and highlight when I was talking about onboarding your patients, right? Making things easier right from the beginning. And what does that mean? Is customizing your email templates, is telling your clients the system that you're using, is being confident of what Healthie can do for you, is creating the intake flow so you can collect your patient data, but then you can also act on it. You don't have to be hunting down this information. You can easily open the chart template. If this was a video call with my patient right now, I could be having the video call in one side of my screen, my charting on the other side, and I could be talking to Violet, and I see that this is her BMI, this is her go-to breakfast, and maybe we can talk about it, right? Depending of the goal of this patient. Of course, I don't know if this patient, she's like here for mental health, or if she's trying to gain weight, or if she's trying to lose weight, whatever that may be, that the care that you're providing for your patients. I have some basic information to start, at least right from the beginning, without having to go to Violet's page, go to charting, view clients' forms, open a form, and so on. So that's why I think it's like crucial when you're first getting started into the Healthie platform to think of everything that you can make it easier for you when you're face to face with your clients. So we talked a little bit about the chat, how you can engage with your clients in here as well. We talked a little bit about the intake flow, having the perfect like intake flow to collect the patient data. We talked a little bit, how can you connect your intake flow to charting, right? Like by using those smart fields, the pre-fill options. Take the time to create them so the system can do the work for you and you don't have to be typing all this information over and over again. So these are the different ways that a client can become a client, that the patients join the platform. I know that I share tons of information today. I do want to go over a little bit more of like troubleshooting. What happens if your Violet was like, Talita, I didn't receive my client invite, or I'm not able to log in into the Healthie page. What do I do? You as a provider, you should know how to use the page, right? Like I am confident that all of you here should be comfortable enough to leverage the Healthie platform and guide your clients on how to best use it. If you don't feel confident enough, tell us. Write to hello@gethealthy.com, join our live classes, join our open Q&A, and we are here to help you and support you, provide better care for your patients. So right here, if Violet told me, Talita, I did not receive my email, what can I do, right? So right here, I can click on Violet Jones. And when I go to actions on this right side, under personal information, I have a few different options. If Violet is at my office right now and we're trying to do something and she just couldn't remember her password, maybe I can come in here and just change the password for Violet really quick. Or I want the other button right here. Or maybe she's saying that she couldn't find her client invite, or maybe the client invite expired and she wasn't able to create an account and now she's receiving an error. She doesn't know what to do. Don't worry about it. All you have to do, click this button. The system's right away gonna send them a client invite. Oh, we can actually even look for it. Here it is. You see right away the system sends the client invite, say, hey, accept this invite. So if she lost the information, she can do it again, right? So this is just to show you that it is easy and you should be confident to be telling your patients that it is easy to use the platform. I know that we talked about on the patient side when I was sharing Violet's client portal, and you saw the things that she could track, right? So you saw the journal, the metrics, the client portal, everything that your patient tracks on their side, it's up to you. It's up to you to choose what they can track, what they cannot track. Right here, this one is specific to just Violet. So if I wanted to make something customizable, maybe Violet has an eating disorder. I wanted to be mindful of what she can track. Like I don't want to trigger some things. So I maybe want to remove some of the things that she can track in her profile. However, for your global settings, here's where you can find your settings. Gear symbol, top right corner, settings, features, journal entries. And right here is you can decide where your clients can track it. So maybe the type of service that you're providing, you're like, hey, we don't have packages, we don't have programs, so I don't want my clients to do that. You can choose to do so. Or maybe you don't want them to schedule their own appointments. Maybe you are the only one is scheduling appointments for them. You can choose to remove this from their profile. So whatever that may be, it's up to you. It's up to you to what the clients can see on their end. As we are on this page right now, this was not part of the class, but I think it's so crucial for you to spend some time when you first start, or even depending if you like started the platform and you did things maybe a little bit too fast, but take 5 minutes, maybe today or another day, to go over every single one of these buttons in here on the left side and go over everything that the platform can do for you, especially like here, the calendar appointments. I think this page is so important, so crucial, sometimes overlooked. I really recommend you taking the time to review this and making sure that you're setting up things properly right from the beginning, right? Or like this one, the email templates. Often I hear customers saying that they had no idea this was even an option. And this is right here, right? So really taking the time to just click through a few different things, you're gonna come up on things on the platform that you can do to just enhance the experience for you and your patient working together. Let me see where we are for today. I know that I saw a lot of movement on the chat, on the open Q&A. Avanti or Chrissy, I have maybe like one more thing to show, but tell me where you guys at?
Yes, yes. Thanks for pausing for a second. This has been great. There are a lot of questions. I wanted to address just maybe a few of them, Talita, and then we can see where we're at. So thank you everybody for all your really, really great questions. As Talita mentioned, I know this is so much information. We just wanted to make sure you have an idea and best practices and tips on everything related to client onboarding, but there's some specific topics such as forms, chart notes, copy fields. And then on the other hand, there's been a lot of questions about patient engagement and chatting with your patients as well. For those, we highly recommend our live classes that are specific to those topics because we go really, really, really deep on those topics. So I just did post the live classes link again in the regular chat. I did want to address a couple things really quickly, though. There's been some questions around limitations of Healthie the app or using Healthie the app in particular. So, want to clarify both providers and clients or patients can use the Healthie app. Obviously, there are some differences in functionality for providers versus clients and patients. With respect to specific limitations, one big one is that clients and patients cannot make any purchases via the app. So that will all have to be done via Healthie desktop website, or if you have links embedded onto your website, they can obviously make purchases through that as well. And yes, Talita is sharing the website here. The last thing I'll touch on
Yeah, I
for the
just wanted to
website, or
pause
sorry,
it.
the app.
Sorry, one second. Yeah, this is like the app for the patient side. So this is how it will look. Sorry, I think my background is blurry now. It's blurry on my phone. But this one is how it looks like for the patient. So it's very similar to the desktop version that we looked a little bit earlier when I was sharing my screen, but this one is the mobile app for the patient side as well. Sorry, go ahead, Avanti.
Thanks, Talita. No, that's really helpful. And I think there was one more thing I maybe wanted to address. Um, Maybe not right now. We'll try to get to as many more questions as we can in the next 5 minutes in the Q&A. But if you have questions that we're not able to get to, we are so sorry about it. You can always email our support team, hello@gethealthy.com. I pasted that in the chat as well. And then if you click on the link to sign up for live classes, you'll also see an option to join a Q&A session that is hosted by one of us on the customer success team. So you can always join those Q&A sessions that are hosted Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can sign up anytime for as many as you'd like, and we're happy to answer your questions there as well. All right, back to you, Talita.
Yeah, thank you. I just saw some of the questions about resending the link for your patients for the mobile app. So the mobile app they receive on the client email, and on the bottom of every single email, let's take a look really quick. I think I'm going to share my screen. So on the bottom right here, we'll always give them the option to download the mobile app or the Android app. Or if you want to like just send the link again, right here on this page, we have the link for it. So if you click and want to share to your clients, you can definitely do that as well. I just dropped this link here on the chat. Hopefully that's helpful. Let's see, anything else for today? So I know that it was like so much information, but I don't know, pretty much in short is different ways that you can bring your clients in, right? Is client invite, sharing a client link, is scheduling an appointment, or purchasing a package. Those are the different ways that a client can become a client into your client list. And then when they become a client, what can you do? You can engage with them through the intake flow. You can engage with them through chat. You can also create programs. We didn't talk about programs today, but you can definitely create those as well. And also customizing those email templates. So when we went to the gear symbol, top right corner, And on the left, it was like features, and we have email templates. There you can customize the client invite, you can customize the appointment reminders. So all of that, if you want to give like your personal touch, maybe your intake flow, you want to make a quick video of yourself, introducing yourself, whatever that may be, you can definitely do that. And then we also talked about leveraging the system to make things for you moving forward. So with your intake flow, we talked about the smart fields. I know it was like so fast in smart fields. It's like super complex, but I ask you to join our live classes. But we talked about leveraging the smart fields and the copy fields. So the data from the intake flow automatically shows in your charting template. So you're not hunting down the information. So we definitely talked about someone wants to say hi. So we definitely talked about so many different topics today. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it wasn't confusing. But if you or anyone in your team needs help refreshing any of this information, definitely let us know. Join any of our live classes or open Q&A. I think the team share. Did the team share? Oh yeah, thank you so much, Chrissy. So when you click on the Healthy live classes right there, we have I think 10 different live classes. In the top left is going to say open Q&A. Open Q&A is being hosted 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for 30 minutes. It's usually myself, Chrissy, Avanti, or Jen, other people on our team that joins those open Q&A. And you can ask any questions that, that you have on the platform or workflows. And of course, we have tons of videos on our Health University, our YouTube channel. And also you can always reach out to hello@gethealthy.com. So thank you so much for all of you being here today. Hopefully this was helpful. Anything that we want to go over? I we have 1 minute left, Chrissy or Avanti. If not, yeah, thank you for the kitty. She's adorable. She loves coming for meetings usually and saying hi to everyone. But thank you so much for being here. Maybe I'll see you next time. We're doing this special live webinars once a month. Our next one is gonna be in August. Definitely keep an eye on your email. The marketing team is definitely gonna send you over that as well. But thank you for being here. Yeah, we can definitely keep it open for 2 more minutes while the team is working through some of the Q&A or some of the chats. Happy to hang out.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.